I am super excited for the Persona 3 remake, however, I feel like this game makes very little sense, at least right now, because of the fact we just got the Persona 3 Portable remaster earlier this year, and getting a remake of the original game just 1 year later seems a little bit silly to me. In this video, we're going to break down why I think this release doesn't make sense, but why I'm excited for it anyways. So, let's get into the video. As I covered in the intro, this doesn't make much sense considering we just got the remaster earlier this year and the remake is slated for a 2024 release with no specific date given. If I were to hazard a guess though, I think we'll probably see it around late March to early April. A window where JRPGs typically do fairly well as they aren't competing with whatever COD game is fresh and shit that year. But cannibalizing the remaster, which was already not all that well received, seems a little odd to me since it was the portable version and not the FES version, which most people consider the superior option, despite not giving the option of the female protagonist, which brings us on to the next point as to why this game makes very little sense, though this one isn't time dependent. One of the things Atlus and Persona fans most wanted to see is a definitive remake that would unify features from both the FES and portable versions, those being the female main character and the answer, which was exclusive to Persona 3 FES. Since the remake is going to be a remake of the vanilla version of 3, this is going to piss a lot of fans off, and rightfully so. This is something that is incredibly disappointing for me as well, since I don't exactly want to hunt down a copy of the game for the PS2 just to experience the answer for myself. Yeah, I could always watch it on YouTube, but that isn't quite the same. This also tells me Atlus plan on making the remake of Persona 3 a cash cow just like Persona 5. Just look at how many goddamn options we have for that game with spin-offs and the definitive version in Royal. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Persona 3 Reloaded FES in a couple of years. This kind of builds on my previous point. If they go with just the vanilla version of the game, it's going to be very stripped back. But if you look at the trailer, it does feature some options from a successor, Persona 5, so it's not going to be such a bare-bones game that it'll seem like it's incredibly basic. But this is a sign that Atlus aren't exactly going about this game in the correct way. If this game ends up being incredibly basic, people are going to wind up panning the game no matter how good it winds up being. I know that it'll be disappointing to me if it's stripped back to the point of being very basic, but I do have some hope that Atlus will handle this well, which we're going to discuss next. I think there is a possibility Atlus might be adding new content to this game not found in either FES or Portable, even though they have said this won't be a definitive version of the game, which makes me think Atlus will cash cow this title. Anyways, I think Atlus will end up adding new content to make the selling of this game far easier. If they do that, fans are more likely to buy this game. Then again, it's Persona, so people are going to buy it no matter what. If they do add content to this game, they could expand on the story or give new optional dungeons. It doesn't particularly matter what it is. It just matters if Atlus add content to this game. If we do get some new things for this game, what would you like to see? Let me know in the comments. So I've covered why I think the game makes very little sense. Let's get into why I'm actually excited about it. If you look at Persona 3 Portable, it is quite basic. That's because the game was built for the PSP, and that system, despite being powerful for its time as a handheld, wasn't powerful enough that developers could make games up to PS2 standards. So a stripped-back experience was required. So having a more complete experience does make me happy, and the fact it looks similar to Persona 5 is a good thing, as it means not having to experience the PS2 graphics. Not that I'm a graphics whore, but sometimes it's nice to play with modern ones. I'm still going to play the portable version though, however, I'm far more excited for this version. So are you excited for Persona 3 Reload? Why or why not? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you feel this game makes sense to release right now or not. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. 2 of my previous videos will be popping up now. One is my reaction to Summer Game Fest, the other is my thoughts on Persona 5 Tactica. Check them out, and until next time, keep blazing that trail.